Today we're going to be making a luscious lemon cake. Now this is an S meal on Trim Healthy Mama. You can make it in the microwave or you can bake it in the oven. I'm actually making some individual servings for tonight's dinner. So let's get started. So we're going to get started by beating 2 eggs. And give it a little beat. All right, you don't have to do much of a blending up there. You just want to beat the eggs. We're going to be adding a teaspoon of butter to this. So I am just going to cut this in half. For 1 teaspoon of butter. And then we're going to be adding 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, because everything's in my storage, so I'm just gonna kind of give this lemon a little roll. I do have my cute little Hello Kitty measuring bowls. I love these things. All right, so let's go ahead and get a little bit of lemon juice here. I'm gonna add a little bit of lime to mine just because I know this isn't gonna be enough. So this is mine's gonna be a luscious lemon lime cake. It's still gonna be a citrus, cake, and it'll still be nice and tart because of the lime and lemon, so it'll be okay. All right, so we're going to add 2 tablespoons of juice. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have just enough for my frosting, if you can believe that. Now, I told you I'm doubling my recipe, so, don't get thrown off. I'm just gonna give you the recipe and the directions on how to make this one. I forgot I'm doubling it. I gotta put extra butter. Then I'm gonna be putting some of the super sweet blend. So I wanna put 3 teaspoons. That's actually gonna be a tablespoon. So I'm gonna put in 2 tablespoons of my monk fruit sweetener. All right, then I'm going to be putting in 3 tablespoons of a baking blend. Now you need some kind of a keto baking blend. If you want to use Trim Healthy Mama, they have a very good one. I've also used one called, I think it's called Keto Tonic. It's a very good one. And then I'm going to be putting in some baking powder. So the recipe calls for a 1/2 teaspoon. All right, now I'm going to blend all that up. So it says to grease your glass dish well. I'm actually going to use some cooking spray. And I'm gonna do mine today in the microwave. It says you can do it in the microwave, so we're gonna give that a try. All right, now I'm going to be microwaving each one of these for 1 minute and 20 seconds. I'll bring you back as soon as it's done. All right, while our lemon cakes are cooking, we're going to add our lemon juice, our butter, our fat-free cream cheese, and a little bit of monk fruit sweetener. And I am just gonna mix this up, and I'm gonna set this aside until these cool off. Because right now they're just kind of hot. Not sure this is cooled down enough, but we'll see, I guess. You're just gonna whip this up until it's spreadable. Let's sample our frosting. Oh yeah, that is good. Now I just wanna show you how creamy this is. Look at this. Look at that. It's almost like whipped cream. So we're just gonna put a little bit of plastic over the top of this. I'm gonna clean everything up. And when our cakes have cooled, I'm going to show you how we top them. All right, well, it's time to frost our cakes. This is how they came out. You can see they're very spongy. Very soft, smells delicious. So I am going to frost this cake. So I love to have pre-made desserts for dinner. I've just found that this is one of the things that really helps me to stay on my diet. So I just had this in the refrigerator. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my cake. So we're gonna go ahead and frost our cakes just like this. I don't have any little sprinkles or anything, unfortunately, to put on these, but I think they look really good just the way they are. Look at that. Doesn't that look yummy? Nothing like lemon cake. I'll tell you what, my son loves lemon cake, and he's also on kind of a mission to lose weight and get in shape. So if this recipe comes out as good as the sampling I did a little earlier, then I think it's going to be pretty darn delicious. I read all the reviews for this recipe online, and it did say that this was how good, that this was actually a really delicious recipe, that a lot of people couldn't tell it from lemon cake. So you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take a bite. I'll take one for the team. I promise I'm going to save the rest of it for dinner, but I at least want to be able to sample it so I can give you an honest review of how this came out. Oh my gosh, it's so lemony. It's so good. I'm going to count the calories for you and let you know what it came out to. This is going to be a fantastic dessert. So thanks for joining me today. Make sure to make your desserts. Don't be afraid to have dessert while you're on a diet. There's no reason for it. This was from the Trim Healthy Mama Indulgence Cookbook. I actually found this recipe online. It is an S meal, on an S snack, dessert meal, whatever you want to call it, on Trim Healthy Mama. And that's why I love this weight loss plan. They have great recipes. Thanks for joining me. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring that bell for future notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.